Hey guys, NunoTheDude. I want to talk about Dead Money DLC for Fallout New Vegas because after seeing all of the mixed and negative reviews this DLC got, I was a bit worried when I was going into it. And after finally beating it, I have to say that I didn't really enjoy it as much as I was hoping. I was hoping to get into this game and be like, oh, this game is such a underrated gem, blah blah blah. But yeah, I didn't really like it. I don't think it's a horrible DLC by any means. It has like some really amazing ideas, but I just think that some of the things I'm gonna list just kind of break it for me in the long run and make replayability a chore. Like, this is what I mean. One of my biggest issues was the trial and error nature of this DLC. I'm not gonna give you any context for the story or characters or some of the concepts I'm gonna talk about, so my bad. I'm assuming you have already played this. But in any case, I think the colors were a really cool idea, but I just think the execution was not well done. What I mean is, the way it works is if you get too close to a radio or a speaker, it starts to beep, right? And after a while, it explodes instantly, killing you and then reloading your previous save. This means that in some areas you will die while searching for the radio, respawn, and then do it again, again, and again until you get it right. This happened a few times throughout my playthrough, and it was always lame, because I think devs need to learn that trial and error is never fun or challenging game design, because this is the textbook definition of trial and error. This isn't challenging or difficult or hard. This is just like, oh, you die? Okay, now you have to find the location of the fucking speaker, and then you die until you know where it is. It's just bad in my opinion. It's really lame. Another problem I had with this DLC was the boring, same-ish and linear level design with annoying gimmicks, because in the base game, did you enjoy exploring the wasteland, finding new quests, areas and rewards sprinkled throughout the game, as well as amazing characters? Well, get fucked, because the level design in this one just sucks. It's really bad. It's not only small, like my PP, but it's also crammed, samey looking, like both in the visuals, aesthetics, as well as the rewards, because there's like nothing really that interesting or unique to find in the exploration. And not only that, but like there's tons of bad gimmicks, like the radios, which I've already talked about, and like a red gas that slowly kills you over time. So yeah, like that's definitely made me think twice about exploring, because like playing through this DLC was just not fun. I don't think it applies to the last section of the game, the Sierra Madre Casino, because that area was like really fucking cool. But it doesn't change the fact that most areas are just downright bad. So, another thing I didn't really like about the game, or the DLC, wherever you call it, was the meh companions and characters, because the base game of Fallout New Vegas had some of the most awesome and amazing characters in any game I've ever played. Like, I really enjoyed the stories that I would come across, and I especially enjoy the companions, but you're not gonna find it here. I think that Dean is just kind of boring and has some pretty shallow motivations. He's essentially like a jealous prick that was sabotaging the Sierra Madre from the beginning. Just because he was like fucking jealous of this guy that built it. Christine was okay, I guess, but I didn't really care about her much. Though it was kind of nice to find that she was Veronica's lover. I think that Elijah also had some pretty silly motivations and objectives. I think the only character I really liked was Dog/God. Like, I genuinely enjoyed their dynamic and their like gimmick, if that makes sense, where one is the smart one and the other one was like the dumb one. Like, I don't know, I think they were pretty well written, and I really enjoyed their story conclusion, but in any case, I just think that the characters were kind of boring. I think the story and the premise itself is pretty interesting. I enjoyed the backstory of the Sierra Madre, but I just think the characters in play weren't very good, so yeah. But in conclusion, I think that's all I want to talk about. I admit, after you get inside the Sierra Madre and inside the fate of your companions and confront Elijah, I think that the DLC does become pretty decent, but actually getting to the good part of the DLC isn't worth the slog, in my opinion. The fact that you have to put up with so much boring or just downright mediocre stuff before getting to the good stuff means that the DLC, for me at least, isn't really worth it, and you're better off skipping it, in my honest opinion. Not horrible, but not good either, so I don't really recommend it. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on this video and on the DLC itself if you played it. So yeah, bye bye.